is the perfect way to end that. No better way. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ultimate World Music Reaction channel, all about music and psychology here, philosophy, anthropology, sociology. We dive deep. It's all about entertainment and education, and I love being on these musical rides with you. Today's shout out goes to Raby. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for buying me coffees and your suggestions. Initially, I was asked to do Ghost of Christmas Past by Majestica, but since the holiday season is over, and I'm sorry I couldn't get to it in time, I was asked to check out Above the Sky by Majestica. I don't know Majestica. I'm not familiar with their music, though it's interesting to see they have so many subscribers, 2.96 million, if I'm seeing the correct channel here. And the song Above the Sky itself has been viewed over 3 million times. Really crazy. They are from Sweden. Majestica is a symphonic power metal band from Boden, Sweden. They were formed in 2000 by vocalist Tommy Johansson, and they're influenced by soundtrack-focused films such as The Lord of the Rings and bands like Halloween and Rhapsody of Fire. Okay, so we've been on this journey exploring all kinds of music, not only music from around the world, but different musical genres, which I love. And it looks like today we're diving a little bit more into the metal world again, which has been a new journey for me. I like rock and heavy rock, but metal has never been my thing, which I know I've said 50,000 times. But some are new and they don't know this. And so it's been cool to explore metal and even the different subgenres within it. So let's see here what this is about. Majestica Above the Sky. I'm just going to dive straight in. We'll talk about the lyrics and whatnot afterward. I'm guessing it's in English since it's titled Above the Sky. But we will find out. As always, subscribe if you like. Join the team of writers, nations, just hanging out together, enjoying these musical rides or musical steaks, the way we describe them, depending on the day. And all the links below if you want to say thanks or buy a coffee, become a patron. So many ways to connect and be part of this community. All the links below. Let's dive in. Majestica Above the Sky. Here we go. Oh, snap.
Standing alone in darkness, away from light you cannot see. No good times remember, no eagles flying free. Then you hear a voice in the distant light, the light of gold and green. A song of hope and melody that makes you so serene. Clouds are rising and precious star, you see them in your dreams. The hope of your return increases like a growing stream.
Okay, real quick. Wow, this is intense. This is a lot to take in for a second. You guys know I'm about music and psychology here, so I always like to find, as much as I'm able to, not only the effects of music when it comes to the lyrics, but also music. As we know, the music, not only melodies and notes and lyrics have an effect on us, but even beats. That's why percussion's beats are very interesting to me, right? Because how fast something beats per minute, I feel like has an effect on us directly, on our mind, how we perceive it, on our own rhythms, right? Our heart, we're literally kept alive by something that beats regularly or should beat regularly and rhythmically, aka our heart. And so to see them coming in strong with crazy riffs on the guitar and then the drums so fast, whenever I see metal bands like that or songs like that, it's continually fascinating how fast they can play. But naturally, we know that faster beats in music will have certain effects on us psychologically. They're often associated with joy, excitement, right? They get us up and going. Many people enjoy doing that if they're wanting to work out or need something to motivate them and get them hype. Maybe if they're angry and they're trying to get all that energy out. And then we know things that are slower in pace and beats can sometimes be more associated with something sad or calm. And that goes for notes as well, major versus minor notes. They have different effects on us and they're associated with different feelings. That in itself is already interesting. But them playing so fast and just going bananas from the get-go is intense. We'll talk about the lyrics later. Tommy Johansson is on the guitar. And I don't know if it's Gianni Stefanovic on the drums or is it Robin. I don't know the band, so I don't know who's who, even when I look up the members. Drum kit Alfred Friedhagen, is that the guy here? And then bass Chris, guitar Alex. I don't know who's who. I'm trying to like get a feel for what's going on here. But it's intense. It's intense from the get-go. Very exciting, very intense. We'll keep going. Did he just sing the chords that he was singing about? I mean, was he singing the chords? I mean, the notes. Sorry, the musical notes that he was then also playing, but it's still part of the lyrics and the meaning. Dude, his voice is crazy. His range is bananas. Hakuna ma shizzle drizzle. I gotta look up what type of voice he has. His range is meine Fresse. Significant high notes, C6, B5, G5. My word. Homeboy's got a huge range. What does it say? F2 to C6, 3 octaves and 6 semitones? Is that right? What do y'all think? Wait a minute. He's the current lead guitarist of Sabaton? Tommy Johansson? He is? So he's in 2 bands? Is he in Metallica? Yeah, right, Rosalie. In Majestica and in Sabaton? Guys, I'm learning in real time. Don't be mad. Let's see here. Tommy Johansson, Swedish dude. Born 87. Ayo! Swedish vocalist and guitarist, known for his work as a guitarist for Sabaton and lead vocalist for Majestica. Oh, snap! So he was guitarist, or is guitarist for Sabaton, and lead vocalist and guitarist for Majestica. This dude is on another level. His voice is... What in the unicorn farts? Let's keep going. I'll go back a bit. Don't be mad at me.
Start with a D, then go to one F. The C will lead to G. 3 more times, then the verse is filled before the chorus comes. This time the bridge is different from before. There's something flying free. Guitar playing fast and the bass as well. The beat from the drum. We have to fly together beyond the sky forever.
the perfect way to end that. No better way. Might as well instead of a mic drop. Okay, where do I begin? As you can see, I'm taking notes here because there's so many details I don't want to miss, but I also don't want to stop. I'm exploring this and experiencing this music with you. I call this a reaction channel, saying we're all about real talk, real reactions. But honestly, if you're new, you're going to learn this as you explore the videos if you like. And those of you who've been here before, you know this. This is really more than just a reaction channel. We're really not here just going, oh, wow, amazing. Oh, he did this and this is his range. And all right, subscribe. Goodbye. Like, we really dive deeper in the music, in the psychology, the lyrics, what's going on, how it makes us feel. And I think it's so cool because I think many of you out there, and the ones that are real and just have been through crap, are some of my favorite people anyways, we really come together as a community where you can experience music with others. I think one of the reasons why reaction channels are so loved by many and watched by many. I mean, you have reaction channels out there with millions of subscribers. I think there's different reasons from a psychological level. There was a time where I didn't get it. I made fun of it to a degree because I'm like, why watch people watch stuff? What? But I think we're not going to go deep into it, but just real quick, I think psychologically there's something very special about living vicariously through someone else, seeing them listen to something for the first time. There's something really cool about a community, being able to share with one another what you loved. And that whole concept has become more and more intriguing to me. And I understand more and more why it's so special. But I like this place to really be a community. And I love that it becomes that more and more. People saying kind things to one another, even if it's having a debate, diving deeper, and people so where people can feel safe to be like, I'm struggling with this. This is what I've been through. This is what this song means to me. I'm grateful that you guys ask me to watch some of these stuff that I would not necessarily listen to on my own time. I'm also thankful that I've matured to a degree where I'm able to open myself up to something that in the past I would have dismissed much sooner, right? Either I saw a TED Talk that described how many people, according to statistics and the researches they did, many people decide fairly early on if they like something or not when it comes to music. And usually what they decide in the first few seconds, that kind of stays their opinion, even if they listen to more of the song, percentage wise, right? Of course, that can change and depends on the person. But I think it takes self-awareness and growth to allow ourselves to explore something even beyond that threshold that we decide in the beginning is, do we like it or not, right? You have to keep going past that threshold if your first thought is, I don't know if this is for me. And if I would have just heard this on the radio, or back in the day somebody would have just played it for me, I don't think I would have been like, oh, let me keep listening. I may have just been like, not for me, or I'll give it a try because I care about the person showing it to me, but then I move on. Doing this channel, having you guys make these requests, pushes me, encourages me to watch it. But because I'm all about real talk, real reactions, I don't want to just be like, and of course, even that is a challenge for me because I know there's many people watching, the camera's rolling. I do have to be wise what I say, right? If I'm super tired, I can't just start falling asleep on my desk. You guys didn't come here to watch me sleep. I hope you didn't. That would be weird. No offense. But you know what I mean? Like there's a level of obviously being on when the camera's on, but there's also this accountability that I want to hold myself to be authentic and not be fake. And so it requires me to open myself up, but to be genuine about what I'm feeling. And when they first started and they went bananas, that was intense, right? It's fast paced, it's upbeat, but because this is not my typical go-to genre to listen to, it takes time for me to get into it. And it's so cool to see how much music there is all around the world. It's easy for me when I explore music from Arabic or African countries because that's what I've been listening to for a lot of my life. But when it comes to the metal world, I'm still learning and I'm new to it. And it's so phenomenal to see all this talent that comes from all over, from Sweden in this case. Beautiful. The speed that they played with was on another level. And it was impressive how they switched rhythms. Even the drums just carrying the track, which percussion instruments and drums often do, right? And then being rhythmically on it really matters to the rest of the musicians and vocalists. Changing rhythms, really bringing in that dynamic to the song. I mean, they kept going and going. At one point, I'm like, man, how are they not worn out? That is another thing. It takes time to really, unless you're like born with like a genius, but even those who are born with crazy natural talent have to refine their skill, and it takes hard work. Seeing musicians like that, it just makes me appreciate the art of music even more, and it reminds me that just like other skills have to be trained and refined to become the best at what you do, that goes for musicians too. Hours and hours and hours into practicing and learning and refining your skill. It's phenomenal. Them having fun, having a good time with it. The range of Homeboy is on another level. His range, we talked about a little bit in between. Tommy, I believe is his name, is just crazy. A little bit of that rasp, that perfect rock, classic rock voice. But the way that he was able to hit, and then their solos, oh my word. It was so cool because it kept building. E-guitar solos just going bananas, then together, then the drums. Then the bassist starts and just running up and down, doing his thing. I mean, really cool composition. The lyrics are interesting. The title is Above the Sky. He was singing in English, standing alone in darkness, away from a light you cannot see. No good times, remember, no eagles flying free. Interesting because, you saw the plane in the background and this idea of flying together, so that's fitting. You hear a voice in the distant light, a light of golden green, a song of hope and melody that makes you so serene. Let me keep going. A song of hope and melody. I said that. You count the rocks in your prison cell. Oh, snap. You see them in your dreams, but hope of your return increases like a growing stream. We have to fly together beyond the sky forever. We have a short way to go when we fly away. Where the light is shining bright when it's never cold or night, above the sky, to a land far away where you're strong and never die, where the maidens never cry. When I first saw that, the subtitle said where the girls never cry, and I had to laugh because I thought, what is this? Like a place where girls don't cry, no more emotional drama. But I think it more is meant as in, and I think maiden would be a more fitting word. It's this idea, to me at least, of, where there's no more crying, no more pain. Young ladies don't have to cry anymore. Not that men don't, but it makes it paints a little bit of a different picture to me when I see maidens never cry versus like girls don't cry anymore. We have the key to paradise. And then the second verse, start with a D, then go to an F, then C will lead to G 3 more times. Then the verse is built before the chorus comes. It's almost a little humorous, playing these notes, playing these chords and notes as he's singing this, talking about flying free, literally singing about what he's doing, which is going from a verse to a chorus. I found that kind of funny and interesting. When I look at the meaning, above the sky meaning, because to me it implies this idea of something idyllic we want to go to, flying free, being free from suffering to a place where there's no more tears and suffering, sticking together to do so. I don't know, but I don't know if there's like more to it. So let's see here. If you know, please let me know in the comments below. Let's see. Above the sky, Majestica. This resource on metalobserver.com said, above the sky encapsulates everything we love about European power metal, topping it off with his own quirky personal flair. If there ever was a declamatory affirmation of triumph in one's chosen field, it must be the stunning title track, Above the Sky. The perfect cut with which to open the album, it utterly explodes out of the speakers. Well said, because of that explosion in the end, with oodles of magic, vibrancy, and splendor, galloping Euro power velocity, bass solos, layers of cheesy keyboards, Tommy's soaring vocals, and extended middle section. Sums up everything good about the record in a concise 5-minute package. Not to mention, this might be the best chorus of 2019. When I first heard that glorious refrain, I nearly crashed my car. Such was my delighted physical response. This guy's a good writer. Absolutely stunning. All right. Doesn't talk much about the meaning of the song. What do you think? What do you know about that from lyrical meanings? What do you think it means? What is it? What was it supposed to mean? To me, I think it would be more of this anthem of rising above, maybe coming from a harder season or from, a place of wanting to move past things that have been hard, rising above together to a place where there's no more tears. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. It was dope though. This was really cool to experience. I hope you liked it too. As always, like, share, subscribe, all the links below, and I will see you on the next ride. Ayo!